There's 30 of these. There's one that's one. There's one that's a little bit sketchy. I'm gonna slip by that one. Just so that I don't want this to be offensive. But otherwise, these are pretty fun and hilarious. And the first one says, "I have two of these or two of those in my kitchen." I don't know what they're talking about, but would you like to guess what they're talking about? What could it be that they have two of in their kitchen? Let's find out right now. Oh, I meant to make that. Oh, there we go. Yes, sir. That is too much, if you ask me. Maybe it's like a special garburator hookup. That would be kind of funny if you could somehow. Yeah, it's not a sink. I mean, islands and sinks were probably the right thing to have two of. But yeah, two crappers in the kitchen. I don't know where the other one is, but they said they had two of these. This would be a funny thing to do if it was like, a disposal unit. You could somehow hook your disposal to it. Otherwise, it's just not the right kind of disposal. Can you imagine? That's for real. It's hooked up right in the kitchen. Yes. So here's what I want you to think about as we're going through these, and especially as you look at this poll. We're voting, saying I need to renovate my kitchen now. These are some design mistakes that, if we can avoid, would be probably beneficial. And yeah, so this is definitely something you probably want to avoid. I don't know how this ended up there, but it did. Kind of funny. All right, let's go on to the next one. In fact, I'm not sure if that's even a well, yeah, it's a kitchen, but that doesn't look like a kitchen sink. This is just a total mess of a renovation job. So, all right, here we go. Next one. Let's see. I'll skip over those. All right. Even the oven is like, why are you doing this to me? I don't get it, but wow. That is something else. Look at that. If you think your door style is outdated or tacky or I don't know what the word is. This is if, like, yeah, you have toddlers that are just running about wild and you just want to protect them from bouncing off things. This would do it. But holy smokes, look at that. That is delicious. Jumpins. Crazy. Oh, can you imagine trying to clean that? It looks like it's got a glossy plastic coat to it, but I need a padded room for all that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like some kind of couch fabric or something. I mean, they went all out with that. Even the knobs are like really fancy. Well, there you go. Come on, you got to tell me your kitchen looks better than this. Wow. A loony bin with a kitchen, yeah. All right, here we go. Finally, a place for my Tetris Tupperware. There you go. I wonder what's in there. I wonder. This is a real different one. I can't say I've ever seen anything like that. If you think you would know what's in that, I don't know. There's no picture of this. I didn't investigate this any further, but I gotta say that's a really, really interesting drawer situation going on. They do look like crackers. The other doors, yeah. They look like those saltine crackers. Well, there you go. Yep. That's a different one for sure. I just still trying to figure out, like, unless it's like a really deep pot with like a long handle that would fit right in there, maybe that would work. But otherwise, I don't know. Let's keep going. Tall things and short things. Well, I mean, there you go. Tall things and short things. That's probably what's in there. Mavis says, I wonder if they're flower bins. Yeah. Who knows? But that's there you go. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, it's a nice looking kitchen too. It's got nice countertops, got a nice gas range, a big one, and some reason to it. All right. This is a specialized backsplash. What if they get divorced? Well, I guess you have to like, I don't know. What would you do? Just get rid of it, I guess. That's something else. That's saying like, I don't even know what to think about that. Can I zoom in on that? No, it won't let me. Yeah. Jackie thinks it's a horrible backsplash. There you have it. That's a great one. Wow. The blue light's going. You know, you're just in love when you're doing that. I wonder how they even did that. So cool. I think I'll do that. I'm gonna do that and surprise Amy with our backsplash. Forget those big tiles. We're gonna get pictures of ourselves. The lights, yeah. Okay, it's the end of days. This is incredible. Can you imagine the idea, the thought, and the conversation that had to happen to make this and have for this to come to fruition? Like, wow. And I wonder, it's part of me. I mean, I know there's probably a fan in there, but it'd be cool if it was still playable. Uh, but that is incredible. But like, think about it for a second. What do you want for like a range hood, honey? Well, I was thinking with that old piano, converting that into something that's workable. Crazy. Who I mean, in one part of me, this is ingenious, and I'm like, this is amazing. And the other part of me is like, I don't know what to say. It's a very tall piano player. They like cook, and they're just playing the bass. Where's my hand? Playing the bass up here and like flipping the eggs down here. Awesome if that was playable. But anyway, let's keep going. All right, a $1 million San Francisco loft has diagonal support beam that cuts through the middle of the kitchen. Wow. I mean, I hope they get a discount on their rent. Can you even imagine? Or on their fees or whatever they do, whatever you do in a condo. That is incredible. Who, like, talk about poor planning. I wonder what they're. No, there's just no way it could be $1 million with that big beam coming through there. Gee whiz. Can you imagine how many times you've tripped over that? You're just settling into your new condo, and it's like late at night. And you're stumbling out to get a drink of water, and bam, you nail your shins on that thing. You go for a tumble. Oh my word, that's really good. I have to say, in all my years, I've never ever seen anything like that. Yeah. Someone probably tore the wall was high. I wonder if there was a wall there, Jackie. That's possible. It's a good thought. Because otherwise, there's just no way. Yeah, there probably was a wall there. Well, there you go. Man. Let's go to the next one. All right, crappy kitchen design. Okay. This is what is this? Just plants and flowers, and when it comes to watering time, it's going to be a real nuisance with these. But unless these were like herbs and you just need some mint and some cilantro and some parsley, you could just go to town there. But this is a good one. This would be, the question that came up about what would you do first, in your home if you're going to sell it. This is what you do. You change this and get rid of that. Here's the thing, though. Somebody loves it. It's somebody's kitchen that they really love. It's their thing, and it doesn't have to be trendy for you to love it. So, congratulations to whoever it is has this kitchen. We can say it looks crappy, but they obviously don't. They obviously love it. So, what are we to say anything about it? So, however, probably not the most, pickable kitchen you could get. All right, but how will people know we're fancy unless we etch a Lamborghini into the window? Yeah, well, that's got all kinds of interesting things happening in there. That is a really, look at the distance between the corner of that and the lunch counter. Really, really cramped. I even wonder if that's a real kitchen or if it's like more of a bar. Big old chandelier. Hey, if you like Lamborghinis, maybe you have one out in the garage and you want to just put it on your window, go for it. I'm okay with that. Bad for resale. Let's keep going. These are great. All right. This is form over function. Kitchen in my apartment. All right, let's have a quick look here. So the fridge and that door collide. Here's sprinkler. I'm surprised that sprinkler head is still there, because you got to know, like, you got to know that you're going to be yanking that thing open and just bam, there goes the sprinkler head. And that oven is scraping that fridge. You'd think you could bump that just a little bit, maybe not. So that's some pretty bad kitchen designing happening there. If that's what you're facing, then you should definitely be voting in the poll saying, I need to renovate my kitchen right now. And if you haven't voted yet, please do. We're at 67%. I need to renovate my kitchen, to 33%. I absolutely love my kitchen. So if this is the kind of thing you're dealing with, let's get that fixed. Look at that. Not good. Gotta love that popcorn ceiling, though. Classic. All right, let's go to the next one. Open concept gone too far. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is something beautiful. Something beautiful. Just, I don't even know what to think. So again, if this could not have been done by a designer, in my opinion. There's no way I would ever think to do this. Maybe this is the best thing in the world, by the way. This might be so functional and so usable. And even though it looks horrible, it works really great. But yeah, open concept gone too far. They even have like nothing over the top of it. From the ceiling to the top there, that's even that. I mean, they got the wrong lighting in here, so not good. Plus, look at this. I mean, this is the real challenging part for me. This is what's gone too far right here. This OTR. All right, let's keep going. This entire kitchen's counters and backsplash are covered with this faux mold tile. You sure that's faux mold? Wow. That does look like mold. Man, oh man. Well, if you're into mold, this is the tile for you. I think it is actually mold. I don't think it's fake. We got the subway tile, dear, and we have the mold tile. Which would you like to go with? I'm thinking mold for this time around, dear. Okay, I'm in for it. Be so difficult to clean, you'd never know if it's clean or not. Yeah, you'd never have to clean the grout because it just doesn't matter. Fun. So far, so good. I mean, these are some great... where we at? On the screen, that's where I'm at. These are some really good ones so far. We've got a few more to go through, and we'll do that here in a second. But I just want to touch base with everybody who's on. And just to make sure we all seen this next Thursday at 11 my time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing a special live stream with Kitch Insider, Michael. And he's the one who sent me this article for this live stream. And it's really interesting to look at some of these. It makes you kind of feel a little bit better about your own kitchen that you think is horrible, because some of these, you could be living in one of these homes unless you love it. And then that's totally different. It doesn't matter then at all. So next Thursday morning for me, and I don't know what time of day it would be for you, but If you can join, great. If not, you catch the replay, hopefully. But for those in the other time zones that are coming before mine, this will be a great chance for them to jump on. And Michael's a great guy. He's got a great channel, great blog, and it'll be a really fun chat. So hopefully you've checked his content out. When this goes into replay, I will put a link to his channel down there, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you go check him out and subscribe to him if you enjoy his content. That's the only reason you should subscribe to anybody, is because you really like them and you want to follow them. So otherwise, don't worry about it. Just give a thumbs up. All right, so that's coming up next week, and I'm happy about that. It's gonna be fun. And again, let's look. Merch mock-ups, corner cabinets, hurt my feelings, MTKD, and we have this one right here. How to survive a kitchen reno, MTKD. I got some other ones. This one's cool because I got my website down the bottom, and on the hood of this one, where's it at? This side? Yeah, there we go. It's got the website going there. So, yeah. I am really pleased about these. Thanks to my daughter, Zoe, for drafting these up for me. Really great. So that's what's happening. All right. Thumbs up are always appreciated, of course, and make sure you hit the poll. We'll get in the question of the week in a little bit, but let's jump over to hello. Let's just check out Helen here for a second. Helen's watching from East Gippsland, Australia. Have followed all your tips. Thanks. So cool that you're jumping on from Australia. Thanks for watching and being part of the live stream. Love it. Hopefully, I can continue to make good content that you can follow. And that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, cool, Rose. I'm glad. Michael's a great guy. He's so down to earth. He's got some great content. And yeah, really, really looking forward to having him jump on a live stream with me. And so that'll be a great time. Had him on before. We talked about European versus North American kitchen terms. If you haven't got that, that's a previous live stream. Last year we did that one, and been looking forward to having him on again. So that'll be a great time. All right, let's jump back into this article. How about that? Okay, so that's the mold. Let's go. All right. Again, with the crappy kitchen design. What do we have here? This is just like, come on, people. There's no way. I don't understand this one. Hey, Jeff, no problem. I showed your picture that you sent me the other day with the double drain board sink. Thanks for sending me that. It was pretty cool. I don't know how I feel about the double drain board, but it was pretty cool to see. That's an old picture too. Looked like it was from a TV show or something, but I don't know. Yeah, so this is just something ridiculous. I don't think you'd have to worry about using your stove, because there's no way you could ever use your fridge to get anything out of your fridge to put in your stove. So there you go. No worries. Yeah, right? It looks like it should be a joke, but I don't know if it is. Maybe. So cool. Love it. This is one of my designs. I should put this on my website. I should put all these on my website. Come get a kitchen design from me. This is what you'll get. When you don't know if the kitchen is in the bathroom or the bathroom is in the kitchen. Let's have a look. First of all, the color is incredible. And oh yeah, you got the shower going there. You got your sink. I'm not sure what this is. Is that like a water heater, or what is that? Looks like a water heater or something. No corner cabinet. This is my dream kitchen. It doesn't have a corner cabinet because corner cabinets hurt my feelings, right? So that's a pretty cool one. I mean, this is if you're really like stuck for space and you definitely have to get, everything in, and you just go for it. So maybe this is a cottage or something. Who knows? If it's a cottage, then what's the difference? Better than having a toilet in there, though I'm sure there's probably one in there somewhere. I love that green, though. Oh, okay, Jeff. Odd Couple movie, 1968. Well, I mean, I know obviously it was old, but I didn't know what it was from. Cool. That's neat. That was neat. Those were all the rage, those Dreamboard sinks. I'm going to pass that one. That's kind of, I didn't like that one. Okay. If only there was some other utensil they could have put on this kitchen table. Spoonfuls of love added to every recipe. There you go. Big old spoonful of love right there. Added to every recipe. This is cool. Obviously, this, I mean, I would put this in my kitchen. Probably not, but I like this one. I think it's pretty cool. Very, very neat. Very neat. All right. Blanche done blown the whole island budget on her chandeliers. I think the title of this is the best. I mean, this kitchen is, you know, pretty, not pretty, but it's just something, that's for sure. But yeah, lots of chandeliers. I mean, if that's what you're into, then go for it. I think maybe these were supposed to be pot lights or, you know, some other kind of lighting, but hey, let's just get the big fancy ones and go for it. This is like the kind of light fixture that should be like, you know, in a little porch front entryway or something, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, just jam it in the kitchen because, hey, we can. And then the island is just this little tiny thing. So that's what makes that so cool. There you go, Blanche. Blanche loves that. Again, if this is your kitchen and you love it, what's the difference? Who cares? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, what's Helen saying? Hold on, Helen. Seen your comment. Hold on, look. I feel a bit guilty using all your tips for my new kitchen design. Nearly completed here in Australia. Cool. Just waiting for Corian tops. Awesome. Countertops are seamless. Things backsplash. Yeah. Corian is pretty cool. Not something that's super popular right anymore, but it's still a really great surface. You're going to love it. And awesome. Well, I'm glad I could be a help. I really am. And yep, anytime anyone has questions, leave a comment somewhere in a video. I most likely will see it. And I try to get back to as many as I can, or send me an email. That always helps. Don't mind doing that. But don't feel guilty, Helen. That's what we're here for. Here to help, and I'm glad that you got something out of the videos. That's cool. The island is a change of light bulb. Maybe. It looks like it's on wheels. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, after smoking. I don't know what the title of this one, but let's just look at this one because it is really cool. Who wouldn't want this, you know? Butterflies on the wall in the kitchen, on the cabinets. I don't know what's on the base cabinets. Let me try this other computer. Little bugs or something. I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of pretty. Maybe this is the new trend. I'm working on a new trend list for 2023. This is going to be the hot ticket item for that. So stay tuned. Cool. I like it. I mean, and not only that, but the actual design of this kitchen is absolutely horrible. If you'll notice just the cabinet. Now, you know, corner cabinets hurt my feelings, but this is ridiculous. You got to do something better than this. Jam your sink in there. No. They should have invested their money into a better kitchen design than what they did there. All right. That open concept will get you every time. Yep. Is this for real, though? I wonder if this is for real, or if that's just sitting there, you know, for now until they move it into place. But if so, even if it's not for real, even if the range is just sitting there waiting to be put in place, what in the world is this weird pony wall doing there? First of all, it's too high, and that's what makes me think it's not. It is for the range because of the height. Because normally a pony wall or a half wall is a little bit shorter than that. But wow, so gross. Again, I'm not into corner cabinets, but this is, really? I looked at a house for sale and had a fridge in this situation. Wow. Did you buy it? That's the paintball wing. Yeah, that's just the duck behind so you can duck out of the way of those pellets coming at you. All right. Kentucky. Okay, so I don't get the references here because I'm not from these places, but Kentucky coming in for that Texas kind of crazy title. I don't understand this title, so if you do, you can get some insight onto this. But this is interesting. I'm pretty sure that you would scrape yourself on that. Definitely going to cut yourself open. And but if this is what you like, then go for it. I don't know why you'd be doing this, Mike. I mean, who thinks that broke? Could that have broke? But even up here, even up here, it's all like jagged. So okay, so this is good to know, Aaron. That's the shape of Kentucky. Okay, there you go. I wouldn't have known that. So all right, Matthew. Hello, Matthew picks out a very good point. That sink. So this countertop isn't the only thing that's wrong with this kitchen. There's another thing that you can probably point out or pick out. See if you can find it, if anyone has seen it already. So number one, we have the countertop in the shape of a state, which is, I mean, hey, you love your state, cool, go for it. Be careful on those edges, you don't hurt yourself. You put a sink in the corner, not cool, don't recommend it. But anyone else see the other issue? This thing right here. Right there. See that? That's a TV. What in the world? That's a television right there. I mean, you're committed. So you can sit there, get cut up on your island and watch some TV while your sink's jammed in the corner. I mean, you were committed on this design. This is somebody's actual kitchen and they love it. And so for that, it's a 2 thumbs up from me. However, what if you had it just, it is what it is. But my thought is, what if you lived in a different state, or like in my case, the province where I live, that wouldn't be conducive to an island countertop. Then what do you do? Someone's saying it's a bar in a basement. Could be. Rose, yeah. Maybe. Still a bad idea. There's fancy. Then there's kitchenette in the master bathroom fancy. There you go. Get out of the tub. Get your whatever leftovers out of the microwave. Make sure you do the dishes. This is like, honey, we really need to get some rental income. So let's just turn the master bathroom into just a full-on apartment. We'll just put everything in there. Okay. There's a TV in this one too. Look at that. Right there. But at least there's no corner cabinet. Well, there might be, but at least I got one thing right. Love it. So good. Oh, sorry, Matthew, I'm going to get rid of your comment. There we go. All right. Right? I mean, so far, so good. So far, I'd like to say that, all the kitchens that I've renovated for people, all the kitchens that I've helped redesign, their worst kitchen, didn't compare to some of these. So we're doing pretty good. And hopefully, like I said, this is nobody's kitchen on here. That wouldn't be very cool. Yeah, you just throw the dishes in the tub and bam, you're good to go. All right. Let's keep going. Let's go to the next one. I hope you're enjoying this. These are funny. Did this get installed upside down? What even is that? Can anyone even tell me what that is? I don't even know. I don't know what purpose that serves. I can't even say. Aside from that, this kitchen has a television. What is it with these televisions? I shouldn't say that because I technically have a television in my kitchen because, you know, I have one of those smart fridges. So I guess I see this one. Yeah, I get it. But first, let's have a look here. Otherwise, we got the TV. These doors are just, I don't know what to say about that, but I don't even know what this thing is. Yeah, it's like the faucet's on there, or is that faucet in the back corner? It's hard to tell. Well, whatever it is, I mean, it's a thing. Somebody loves it. So we'll go with it. Opening my fridge turns off the kitchen light. Well, there you go. I mean, I guess that's convenient if that's what you need it to be. But just maybe you just need to buy a new fridge, you know? Maybe your fridge isn't the right one because obviously it's hitting your light switch. That's a nice light switch though. I love those ones. This would be pretty annoying after a while. After like the 100th time, I'd be taking off the handle of the fridge or something. You could always just reverse the fridge door. They're all reversible. That's another issue, you know? So, good point, Matthew. We all have televisions in our kitchens. Just some of us, have used iPads. And this is true. We basically have televisions with us everywhere we go. We just nowhere we go, we don't have a television. So it's not that bad that if there's one in your kitchen. But if you are running into this is a real issue. You don't need your fridge turning off your lights every time that you go to get a midnight snack. All right, unless you just keep the lights off. Oh, here we go. Another one. Crappy kitchen design. This is next level too, because they didn't even put it in a cabinet like that first one we looked at. So, this is just like blatant. Let's just throw a toilet right in there, and there you go. I mean, this is a fully functional kitchen. You got your coffee, your teapot, and you get 2 tea kettles there. You got your little microwave, your toaster. Looks like you got some food out here, your sink, your range, fully functional kitchen. I'd hate to be in there when things get cooking though, man. When space-saving hacks go too far. This is next level. Wow. Wow. Time for renovation, people. I wonder if this is one of those, situations where you take an old home and you put a whole bunch of apartments in it. Like Amy and I were looking at some pictures of a place that's for sale in the town. It's a beautiful old home, but inside it's just like filled with apartments, like little tiny apartments. And some of the kitchens are actually, some of the kitchens are probably as bad as some of these, now that I think about it. But this is like one of those situations where the landlord's like, okay, we need to cram as many people in this building as possible, and this is how we're going to do it. So there you go. This is what you end up with. So I can see that being the reason for this. I highly doubt this is like something other than that. This is probably an apartment. It looks like there's an apartment across the street, and it might be just an old home that's converted. Crazy. Man. But hey, you know what? If it's all you got, it's all you got. So well, here's the issue. Maybe they're trying to like cut back a little bit on the ice cream. I could probably use this myself. Put that ice cream up top there. Don't have to worry about it. I mean, they could have got a bottom fridge. That would have solved the problem, but Yeah, what kind of faucet is that? That's a good question. Um, it looks like some kind of like. Okay, well, there's a. Okay, see if you can see this here. I can't zoom in, but if you can, this right here is a water filter. So normally there'd be a water filter, and I don't know if it's. It looks like it's connected. So there's a water filter, and then it just goes into. Looks like there's water out here for something. Actually, that water out looks like it's going into the sink. This is a complete mess, but if you're out there and this is your kitchen, my website will be posted down below. I'll give you a deal. Let's keep going. All right, just added the curtain for privacy. Okay, so there's no toilet, but there is a bathtub right in the kitchen. Look, there's the range. There's the range right there. And that's the kitchen sink. Another fancy faucet and the tub. Again, I'm wondering if it's one of those like places that's converted to give you as much space as possible. Yeah, it's true, Matthew. I wonder what they did there. I'll tell you one thing. These are probably not particle board cabinets. That old melamine in there. It's probably real plywood. That's why it's not falling over. Or they have some 2x4s in there. This kitchen isn't like any other, so why is it being used as an example? I think that's why, because it really isn't like any others. It's just ridiculous, and that's why it's ridiculously bad. All right, just added the curtain for privacy, and we've seen that one. So you got your little vanity mirror going on. Imagine just sitting down eating your supper and like someone's in the tub. Again, I guess you could just wash your dishes there. All right, this is one here that is this kitchen appears to be under the attack of some giant AT walkers. A little Star Wars throwback. Yeah, so if you know anything about Star Wars, this does look like the feet of those AT walkers. And yeah, obviously those columns are there for a reason. I don't know why. Well, there's no other beams or columns anywhere in that room. And this would be a really nice open concept island, but those things are really throwing it off. Very cool. All right, a couple more to go. The worst kitchen layout ever. Well, I don't know about that, but this one is pretty bad. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Is it for real? Let me know you think it's for real. I mean, it looks like an outlet right there in the floor. Looks like the outlet's right there. So this is like a for real deal. And yeah, why not? I mean, unless later on you're going to put in an island, go for it. I don't know if this is like legal. I have no idea. It definitely doesn't meet any guidelines, and I would highly suggest you not doing this, but is what it is. So like any of these people should be voting on my poll right now. So if you haven't voted, please do. I absolutely love my kitchen, or I absolutely need to renovate my kitchen right now. And otherwise my head's gonna explode. So that's what you need to think about. If this is what your kitchen looks like, come on, hit the poll. All right, crappy kitchen design. Here we go again. How did this even happen? How do you get this far? How do you make this mistake? What is this? What's going on here? Wish I could see this whole kitchen. It would make much more sense and bring it into context. But there you go. I mean, they just built a wall, I guess, over the kitchen. You do what you got to do. I mean, if this is what you have to do, you have to do it. Has to be a prank. I don't know. Can you grab me the knife out of the drawer there? I can't get it out. Who put this wall in there? Yeah, there you go. These are all designs by me, and I'll put these up on my website, and you can see these. So if you want a kitchen design, this is what you're going to get. Here we go. Shower in the middle of the kitchen. Wow. Look at that range hood. That's nice. That's a doozy. It's gonna draw the air out of there. What else we got going on in here? Anything? Got the Swiffer mop going. Gotta love the Swiffer mop. Fridge tucked in the corner. Got your shower. Again, I think it's just one of those little apartment units that you just, people make just so they can get people in the room, and you got to cover all the bases, so they do these kind of silly things. Because I mean, otherwise, this isn't, these aren't real kitchens that people are thinking through. So otherwise, maybe it's an elevator. Even if it was an elevator, I don't know. Really cool. Again, another place to wash your dishes. Let's go to the last one. Here we go. Then we'll chat for a few minutes. We'll bring up the question of the day. Number 30. An abundance of prep space, though. An abundance of prep space, though. I don't think they got the comma on the right spot. You can't deny that. Okay. Just don't let... I can't English tonight. Just don't let the chicken slide off when you go to change out the load of darks. Okay, that's a mouthful. In other words, yeah, don't do a load of darks. Don't tumble dry your towels and place your chicken down on there. Everything will be gone. So this is an interesting one. Again, I'd like to think that this is one of those apartment units. So this is my thing. You just got to fit everything in there. But this is really doing it. But I got to say this: they do have landing areas on either side of the range. Now, the thing that you got to think about is you're doing your laundry. You got your whites. Okay, all your whites just went through the washer there on the left-hand side. Everything is all nice and clean, and the smell of gain is in the air, just burning your sinuses. And you open up the washer, and you realize at that moment when you open up the washer that your spaghetti is like boiling over on your stove, and you quickly just transition and take your spaghetti and throw it in the washing machine. That to me would be like a good episode of something, right? Just your clean whites, bam, there goes all your spaghetti in there. So that's what I think about. So cool. So these are some pretty great kitchen designs. The good thing about this is that they do have a range hood. They got a shelf for their microwave, so there's no over the range. There's no corners. So this one really gets a thumbs up from me. I like this one because corner cabinets hurt my feelings, and so we don't have any there. And I like spying on the fridge to see if I can see where they're from, but I can't zoom in on this one. So that's just too bad. All right. That was fun. That was 30 of some very interesting kitchen designs, really bad kitchen designs. Again, if something there you're like, I kind of like that one, especially the one with the plants, then, to each his own, of course, because the thing with trends, the thing with designs, the thing with styles is that really, if you like it, you like it. Nothing else really matters. So do what you want to do.